Hello, pre-calculus students, PVHS. Today we are on page 12 of our text, problem set 1, 2. I'm going to help you set it up in GeoGebra. So for problem 1, set 1, 2, part A says plot the graph on your grapher using domain given. Sketch the result on your paper. We're going to graph it in GeoGebra. So let's go to geogebra.org. So I typed in geogebra.org and I come to the front menu, the main menu. I want to sign in. Remember, we only sign in using our Google account, so I have to input my account since I am not signed in. And we'll be patient while the Google process happens. So here I'm at my library. I want to go into GeoGebra because I want to start a new project. So let's go into GeoGebra. We're using this as our graphing calculator. We're going to start GeoGebra. So we're going to use a graphing calculator, but we're also going to use GeoGebra. GeoGebra is easier to use. And we'll continue to be patient because it's an online program and it takes a while to come up. Okay, so we're going to try again. And here we are. So we're at algebra. We're going to go algebra. And so we have our main menu. We can click off the calculator and we are going to set up page number 12, 1 through 4. So it asks you to graph these in a specific domain. And if you're in the class, you know what I mean, a restricted domain. So here, please just follow along. So we're going to say A open parentheses of X. I'm going to use my right arrow key to escape the parentheses equals 2x plus 3. I'm going to have a comma, open parentheses, 0 less than x is less than 10. So 0 less than symbol x less than symbol 10 and hit enter. So here I've graphed the first function. So a couple things we could do is we can go to move graphics view and we click and hold and we're going to move our graphics view to the center, maybe a little bit lower than the center, maybe a little to the left of the center, and then we're going to go to the, we're going to make sure that we're in the leftmost menu, and we're going to go on the rightmost menu where the little triangle and circle is, making sure we click on somewhere in the white space, and then we're going to put on our grid. So now we can see, now it's like graph paper. Okay, now we need to see this in a restricted domain, so from 0 to 10. So what we're going to do is we're going to go and we are going to zoom out. No, we are going to zoom in. And then we're going to place our cursor around the center and click. No, we're going to zoom out. So let's zoom out. And we're going to click twice. Once, twice, 3 times, 4 times. Okay, there we go. 4 times, and we have our linear function with the restricted domain. Lines go on forever, but this is restricted between x axis equals 0 to 10. Okay, now let's continue. I'll explain later in the lesson, but let's continue to input the functions from 1 to 4. So the next one, make sure that you are in the input or move menu. Click in the input and let's go B open parentheses of X. Use the right arrow key to escape the parentheses and then equals 0.2x cubed. 0.2 x shift 6. Shift 6 will move the cursor up. If you notice the cursor is moved up, that's an exponent, and now you can place a 3 there. Now use your right arrow key to escape the exponent. And so you notice now that the cursor is larger. If I go back, it'll go smaller and above. If I go right arrow key, it'll go larger and in the middle, which is where we want it. And then we're going to go comma, open parenthesis, 0 less than symbol, x less than symbol, 4. And then hit enter. So now we have our second function in our problem. Let's continue. C, open parentheses, x, use the right arrow key to escape, equals 12 divided by x, 12 divided by x. Use the right arrow key to escape. Notice that the cursor goes in the middle, comma, open parenthesis, 0 is less than x is less than 10. Hit enter. We have our third function. And then number 4, for number 4, let's call that, of course, d of x. Trying to be as simple as possible. And use your right arrow key to escape that, equals 5, multiplication sign, 0.6, shift 6. So use the shift button and 6 and your cursor will move up, giving you an exponent, x. Then use your right arrow key to escape the exponent, and to go back in the middle, put comma. And then open parentheses, we're going to specify our domain is from -5 is less than x is less than +5. And then hit enter. So now we have the 4 functions in our examples for the class. So what I'd like you to do now is turn 3 of the functions off, because we're going to talk about number 1, and then you could actually later on we're going to talk about number 3. So for right now, let's leave on only number 1. Okay, thank you for listening.